Our religious leaders in the country have voiced their support for the regulation of churches in the country, noting that it will weed out fraudsters who have continued to infiltrate the places of worship disguised as religious leaders. Speaking during a panel discussion during the launch of the booklet dubbed Code of Conduct and Governance Guidelines for the Church in Kenya, during an event in Nairobi, the Anglican Church of Kenya Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit noted that the guidelines aim at holding religious organizations accountable and securing basic principles that respect the right of worship.
Today,
the Hesabika Trust Organization, in collaboration with the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya EAK and various religious stakeholders, have today officially launched the Code of Conduct and Governance Guidelines
of fellowship and congratulate the men.
Speaking during a panel discussion focusing on religious guidance in the country, ACK Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit said the launch is a product of consultations from church leaders aimed at strengthening the church's management of religious freedom and protecting them from internal and external threats such as the recent massacre of Shakahola.
Today, we can speak in one voice as a church, and we can project the gospel of Jesus Christ in a way that people will come to the faith, not through coercion, not through any other means, but speaking and preaching the word of truth. And that's what we commit ourselves to do, and we commit ourselves to abide by the regulations, especially on how we carry ourselves as leaders.
The leaders, however, have supported the regulation of churches and encouraged church leaders across the country to register under an umbrella body of church organizations.
We have to accept the regulation. When we are regulated, we are able to serve knowing that there is an authority above us. And so all different churches and different umbrellas are going to register themselves. We are going to register ourselves to be under different umbrellas, like I am under EAK, and I'm proud to be.
The chairperson of EACC and CITAM Bishop Emeritus David Oginde said the regulations will provide guidelines that can comply with the law as well as evangelical criteria.
And it's a very generic kind of code of conduct that only gives the principles of good governance, good leadership, good management within a church, so that some of the things that we have been seeing that is causing society anxiety about the church, that is causing government to want to regulate the church, can be dealt with in a way that is in line with the biblical teaching, and so that we are not regulated by other laws that would undermine the preaching of the gospel.
On his part, Pastor Benson Omondi challenged believers to be cautious while joining churches and protect themselves from false religion, while at the same time keeping church institutions accountable.
Okay, there are many things that divide us, even as a nation. But also we know there are things that bring us together. One of the things that, if you ask me today, that really sort of bring us together is the Word of God. And therefore, a genuine believer who wants to grow in the knowledge of God, I would encourage them to still look for a Bible-believing church. It's not all lost. They could have gone there and been deceived. But for you to be able to know the truth, you must first of all interact with the truth.
Reporting for OPTV Newswatch, I'm Gloria Musimbi.